Hello, beautiful people. Good morning, good evening, good afternoon. Honest Am here, the creator and writer of the Honestly Sis newsletter, a bi-weekly newsletter geared towards millennials who are truly trying to get their shit together. And I am here for another daily motivational video where we use the tarot to become the alchemist of our life. A little bit about me: I do not use the tarot. I use God and customs in the same sentence, but if it does not stop Charlamagne the God, Charlamagne the God, it will not stop me. All right, angel number 19. This is it. Last one. Then God, guardian angel, ancestors, what information do you deem worthy for us to hear at this time? Please deliver these messages to me and through me. This is it. I have reached rock bottom. One card, please. And we got two. All right, what are these two cards? The first one is celebration and spontaneity. I feel like for some reason I'm getting the message that we are about to have a reason to celebrate very soon. And with this message of spontaneity coming out, I feel like that God is saying that we need to be able to go with the flow, and that this is just going to be unexpected. Let me literally look at the definition, make sure I'm saying it right. I'm pretty sure I'm saying this right. Define spontaneity. Yep. The condition of being spontaneous or behaving in a spontaneous act, voluntary or undetermined movement. So yeah, celebrate. I just feel like some reason out of nowhere we're gonna have a reason to celebrate, and I feel like we should just be open to it. But don't take my word for it, y'all. This is how I know it's time to stop. We're gonna just go get a law of attraction card to just see. So this message of celebration and spontaneity, I feel like what God is saying is that very soon we're going to have a reason to celebrate. And I feel like this is going to be a blessing. It's going to come out of nowhere. And so I feel like the advice for us is to just live in the moment, have fun, trust your intuition. Don't take life so seriously. And if that happens, you're going to look up and you're going to have a reason to celebrate. Like, I feel like maybe a really big blessing is coming towards you. But God, don't get okay. God, give us a tool that we can use or clarify this message of celebration and spontaneity. What are you trying to get us to understand about being in a moment? What is the celebration that is coming to us? Why should we be spontaneous? Just allow us one tool that we can use. I'm sorry, y'all. I'm going wrong. This is it. All right, God, clarify this message of celebration and spontaneity. What is our energy towards this? What is coming up? What is any advice or potential roadblocks in our way? Allow no room for doubt or confusion. Clarify this word of celebration and spontaneity. What is this energy? What are you trying to tell us? Allow no room for doubt or confusion. Yep, I knew it. Oh my God. And so the message came to me very, very clearly. So because you chose to walk away from things that are no longer serving to you. So say, for example, you walked away from a job that's not serving you. You walked away from a relationship that's not serving you. Anything that you've invested a long amount of time in, and then you looked at it and you turn away from it. God is saying very soon you're going to be blessed out of nowhere. Somebody's going to come in and give you a gift. Look at this double confirmation with celebration. Somebody giving a gift. I feel like God is saying because you decided to walk away from things that are no longer serving you, you're about to be blessed with this thing that you've been waiting for a long time. This what came out under spontaneity is the Two of Wands. And so you've probably been waiting for this blessing, angel number 351, for a very long time. You may have been trying to come up with ways about how it's going to happen. And what I tell y'all all the time is that you're not smarter than God. You are not God. You are little g God. You don't know all the ways, all the twists and turns that God can bless you. Like, I would have never in a million years would have thought that this is how I would have been teaching yoga class versus me going to, okay, you don't know all the ways that God can bless you. So say, for example, I went to a healing circle, literally just went to a healing circle because I wanted something to do. It was in alignment with who I am. That's just what I like to do. And because I went to that healing circle, because I chose to turn away from who I am no longer and really just indulge in who I am, it was on a Friday night in the middle of the summer. I went to this healing circle. I was gifted with my own yoga class. This is what I'm trying to get you to understand, is that you've been thinking, you've been studying, studying, you've been researching, looking at the moon cycles, trying to figure out when the time is going to happen, but you're never going to know how this big blessing is going to come about. And so what God is saying is that instead of worrying about how it's going to go about, just worry about keeping yourself in alignment with what's truly meant for you and the things that you really want to experience in life. And if you do that, God will bless you out of nowhere, because literally right under this is the Four of Pentacles. And so what I feel like is that because you've been waiting for this blessing for so long, you've been kind of like stingy with your resources. You may be stingy with your money. Like, let me give you a good example of this. I was waiting for my blessing. Like, say for example, I was working so hard on Honestly Sis and on my book for years. And like every single day, like I had this energy of like, when is the blessing going to come? When am I going to pay? When is this going to work out? When is this all going to pay out? And then over time, like I realized that, and then I would look on social media and I would be mad that people were living their life or they were going on vacations. And I was like, damn, like everybody forgot about me. Nobody give a fuck about me, blah, 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 blah. And so not realizing that I was actually keeping myself that way. I wasn't going anywhere because I literally was waiting for God to just move heaven and earth. I don't know what the fuck I was waiting for. And so 2 years ago, I ran into this girl who was telling me all about how she does all this solo traveling. She introduced me to a group on Facebook. I'm looking at the group on Facebook. I'm getting inspired. So I told myself I'm going to do 4 trips. And so I started to do those trips. And like through the trips, through me, like just being me, just having fun, I started being blessed. The things just started happening in my life. And so this year I was like, I want to do it again and again. All of these blessings are just flowing in my life. But remember, before I was like just staying at home being like, where's my blessing? Working on my book, not doing anything, but just working on my book, and nothing was happening. But it was like the moment that I just was like, I'm still working on my book. I still have that focus, but I realized that my book is just a certain part of my life. I still have to live life. And when I start living life again and just having fun and just keeping my energy high, being spontaneous, doing things that are truly meant to me, my life is starting to change. And this is what God is saying. It's like, if you're going to sit at home and be like, oh, I'm only going to do this because I want this blessing, and it's not going to come that way. You are never going to be able to plan all the ways and all the steps that God are going to bless you. You just have to turn away from everything that is no longer serving you, stay in alignment with your goals, and then watch God come and bless you. Just stand at the store and wait for it. Open up your mind, like take away all of these limitations. Stop, don't tell yourself, oh, this is only going to happen when I'm X amount of Z. When I get don't put any parameters on your blessing. Just literally just wait. Just have the belief that it's going to happen, and then it's going to happen. I guarantee you. Because look, right underneath this was the 10 of Pentacles. And so God is saying you just have to live. You got to stop being so tight with your resources. I feel like for some of you guys, like there's certain things you want to do. You want to do workshops. You want to go on trips, but it's like you're telling yourself, oh, I don't have money, or, oh, I got to focus on this goal. And it's like, that's why the goal ain't even happening, because you're not balanced. Like you have to realize that where your energy goes is what you're going to get. And you're feeling like because you're working so hard on it, that your energy is going towards the right thing. But the thing is, your energy is actually going to the lack of the blessing. Your energy is going towards, well, I'm working so hard and God is not blessing me. And so that's why the blessing isn't coming in. But if you can just get out there and start living life and just worry about keeping yourself in alignment, then all the things you want will just magically appear in your life. And it's not magic. It's really just the law of attraction. It's really just you not having any resistance. It's you detaching to the results. It's you being open to the universe, and then God can bless you. But the reason why we're not getting these blessings is because we're literally being like, where the blessing, where the blessing, where the blessing, where the blessing. And it's never going to happen like that. You can't want it so bad that, you can't, and it sounds contradictory, but it's like, you can't want it so bad that you can want it so bad that you block it. So it's like you have to kind of release it just a little bit. And the thing is, what God will do, and that's why it's so important for you to live your life, is that God will bless a whole nother area of your life. Just like how this yoga shit came out of nowhere. It's like God will bless you just so you can see, hey, look, I hear you. I got your back. I'm going to give you everything you want. but I need you to get your attention off of it. So if he bless you in another area, you like, damn, but why he not? But you should just realize, you should take that as a cue, like, oh, it's because I'm focused on it too much. So you need to give your attention to something else, and then God will bless you. But don't take my word for it. I'm actually going to go in here and get us a tool that we can use. God, clarify this message of the 8 of Cups, the 6 of Pentacles, the 2 of Wands, along with the 4 of Pentacles. A lot of stuff dealing with Pentacles and Wands. Well, I guess it's Pentacles, Cups, and Wands. So we have most of them. But I was seeing those 2 Pentacles, and Pentacles deal about things tangibly manifesting in your world. And then that takes me back to Angel number 1006, this original message of celebration and spontaneity, meaning that your blessing, the celebration is going to come in the least, in the most unexpected way. So you just got to be open to it. All right, God, clarify this message of celebration, spontaneity, the 6 of Pentacles, 2 of Wands, 4 of Pentacles, 8 of Cups. What are you trying to get us to understand about being in a moment and being open to the God blessing us in unexpected ways? Allow no room for doubt or confusion, and me or the viewer mind. Just give us just one card, God. Allow us to see the card we need to see. Wrap this message up in a beautiful bow. What do we need to know about being present in this current moment? One card, please. There you go. I get so hyped because this shit is just, y'all, this shit's real. That shit is real. I think that's why I be getting so hyped. Look, right underneath this is I can transform my own world. So God doubling down, showing you that if you would just lighten up on your resources, honestly, if you would just stop holding so tightly to your goals. Like I told y'all, I tell you guys all the time, like my big time goal is to be a writer, a director, and an actress, right? And like in my mind, I cannot possibly understand how XYZ gonna happen. But yesterday I was listening to the Jamel Hill and Gina By the Wood interview, and I love Gina By the Wood. She is the director and writer of Love and Basketball. She did Old Guard, and she's also directing Woman King. And so they were having a conversation, and somehow the conversation got on Hollywood is not really directing movies. Like Hollywood is not spending money on certain stories anymore. So, like certain little rom-coms and like this like Matt Damon clip that kind of went viral a couple of weeks ago. And like Gina was like, that's true. It's so hard to get a movie made if it's not attached to a bestseller, or if it's not original IP, or, like a sequel or something. And remember, you guys, I have always told y'all, like, God told me that the way to my dreams is a book. And I didn't understand. I'm like, well, what does this book have to do with acting? And I was doubting it and I didn't believe it. But then literally hearing Gina say it's hard to get anything made in Hollywood if it's not attached to a bestseller. And I know that God has me working on a bestseller. It was just like, oh my God, like this is really going to fucking happen. Like, this is really happening. And it's like, I released the detachment. I released expectation of exactly how it's going to happen. And I just am believing and knowing that it's going to happen. And more, God is sending me clues like, yeah, you're on the right track. Yeah, this is why. And it was like that interview was like, oh, this is why God has me working on a book, because once I get this book made and then this book get turned into a movie, then studios are going to be like, oh, this girl is a creative. She's a writer. We trust her vision. She has an audience. Give her money to make her movies. It's going to happen. I'm sorry, y'all. I'm just, and this is what God is. This is faith. This is the faith. You celebrate before it even happened. You celebrate just when you feel that. If y'all just saw how excited I got, because it's like the reality that, oh my God, this is really going to happen. And that's why I feel like I feel like you feel your dream. It's like edging. It's like you keep feeling these tiny bursts. You celebrate that gets your energy up. You keep leaving away from everything. You keep opening yourself up to it. And then God just bless you out of nowhere because you believe it. Anyways, I'm going to read this card that popped out. The story I tell is the basis of my life. I'm telling myself that I believe it. And because I'm telling myself I believe it, because I'm working on it, because I speak about it every single day, I'm getting insights. I'm getting things from the universe. I'm getting signals, animals coming to me. I get interviews. It's like God is going to send you clues that, yeah, girl, you're right. That's really going to happen. And this was an example of it. There is no right or wrong way to tell your improved story. It can be about your past, present, or future experience. The only criteria is that it's important that you be conscious of your intent to tell a better feeling, improved version of your story. I don't know if I opened up this reading with it, but I told you guys, angel number 1506, stories are powerful. The reason why, Hollywood makes so much money, the reason why we put millions of dollars into it is, yes, you can say entertainment, blah, 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 but it's because our life is dictated by stories. We dictate our life is literally dictated by the story that we tell ourselves on a daily basis. So if you keep telling yourself, remember, I used to tell y'all all the time on this channel, I used to talk about how, oh, nobody loves me, nobody gets me, blah, blah, blah. And it came to a point where I realized, like, that story is not serving me. I'm doing my best to better myself, to become a better person. And then I'm going to sit up here and come on here every day and talk about how nobody loves me. No, that don't even make sense. And that's what we have to realize, that the reason why we're not getting these spontaneous blessings, the reason why that gift isn't coming in, it isn't because you're not worthy. It's because the stories that you're telling yourself. Oh, well, I get it when I'm thinner, or I get it when I look better, or when I dress better. Stop. That's the story you're telling yourself. The only criteria is that you feel better. Telling many good feeling stories, short stories throughout your day will change your point of attraction. Just remember, the story you tell is the basis of your life. So tell your story the way you want it to be. So many of us, we're telling the story about our life and we're leading it with, well, in the past this happened, or I was this person. And it's like, fuck the past. Who are you trying to be? You have to speak life into yourself. You have to talk about who you're going to be. I literally come on here every day and I tell y'all, oh, I'm going to be the best writer in the world. I'm going to be a writer and director. I'm going to have a relationship that's going to be envious, that's going to make y'all jealous. I literally feel like every day when I'm writing my honestly to stories, I'm like writing to my future. I literally only say certain shit on Twitter just so a couple of years later I can come back and be like, oh shit, I told you I said that. And we can look at it from a cocky point of view, or you can look at it as to you putting pennies and deposits into being like, this is me buying into my future. This is me speaking to it. This is why Kanye is who Kanye was, because Kanye really believed it. For better or worse, he really believed in who he is. And you can do the same thing too. The last message that we're going to focus on is, I can transform my own world. Make a list of positive aspects. Make a list of the things you love and never complain about anything. And as you use things that shine bright and make you feel good as an excuse to give your attention to and be who you are, you attune to who you truly are, and the whole world will transform before your eyes. Remember, I started this off, angel number 1742, saying that a lot of you guys are about to be blessed because you're choosing to walk away from who you're no longer are, what's no longer serving you. This is the thing. I tell y'all all the time that creations happens in 3 steps, and God is showing us right here. It first happens in the thoughts that you think. Being able to believe that you can transform your own world. Then in the words that you think, telling stories about how you can transform your world. And then in the actions that you take, walking away from everything that keeps you away from being who you truly are. Angel number 1808. This is what God is trying to show us. Is not magic. It's just universal law. Anybody who has made it, anybody who they are, it's not because they're lucky. It's not because of their bloodline. It is literally because they believe it in their heart and they had the courage to actually make it a reality. And you could do the same thing if you just change the stories that you're telling yourself. And yes, it's going to take a little bit of time. And no, it's not going to be an overnight process. And yes, it's going to be a little bit hard because you're turning away from who you no longer are. You're literally developing brand new behavior. So think about if you were a baby and you took how many years for you to get to a certain mindset. So why you don't give yourself the same credit to unlearn all the shit that you've been taught? You fed yourself all of these bullshit stories for years. So now give yourself time to unfeed yourself. I'm definitely going to make sure that I put in my sleep hypnosis tracks, because that is going to be my forever life hack. it's just easier. I will always tell you, every time I listen to people on interviews like, yes, meditation, I just roll my eyes. Like, no, I don't meditate. I am a fucking fire sign, double fire sign. Like, I don't have time to just sit and meditate. No, that's not me. But I go do some yoga. And then by the time at the end of the yoga flow, I'm going to have an amazing savasana, and then I can meditate. My mind is way too active to just sit down and meditate. And that's why I do sleep hypnosis tracks. And it's better because we have to realize that our mind is nothing but a fucking computer. And so when you go to sleep, it's just like your computer on sleep mode. It's not really sleep. It's still on. And so if you play those sleep hypnosis tracks as you're sleeping, you can begin to transform your world. And as you're moving in your world, you'll find that it's easier and easier to turn away from those things that are no longer serving you. Okay? All right. I'm going to end that message there. God is just really asking us to just turn away from what was no longer serving us, knowing that we have the power to change our world just by changing the stories that we tell ourselves, and actually not even just changing our stories and changing our minds, but actually making sure that we physically align with who we want to be. All right. Dear God, clarify this message. Give us one final message to wrap this on up. The 8 of Cups, the 6 of Pentacles, along with the 2 of Wands and the 4 of Pentacles. What do you want us to know about us being able to transform our own world? Why is it so important for us to be conscious of the stories that we tell ourselves? And why is it so important to detach so that we can get those random blessings and those random insights that you have for us? Allow no room for doubt and confusion in me and the viewer mind. Just give us one card. Wrap this up in a beautiful bow. I should have took that one. But God, if that's the card, bring it back out. Allow us to see the card that we need to see. All right. All right, so our final card, look at this. Open mind. Replace the old cycle with a whole new and exciting one. This is angel number 2121. I was talking about this. I was telling y'all that this is something that we can do. This is what God is saying. We have the power to transform our world, and it first starts in our mind. It first starts in the thoughts that we think, the stories that we tell, and then the actions that we take. If you really truly believe that you have this new amazing life that is out there waiting for you, it really is not a bad thing to walk away from that dead-end relationship, walk away from that dead-end job, because you trust and believe that there's something out there for you, right? Right. Finding the path. This is our final message. Finding the path. You are the driver and the navigator. Angel number 2155. Keep telling y'all, God did not create us so that he can be up there constantly recreating us. He created us so that we can create our own goddamn self and have our own experience. Finding the path. You are the driver and the navigator. Doing as others told me, I was blind. Coming when others called me, I was lost. Then I left everyone, including myself. Then I found everyone, including myself. First of all, confirmation. Confirmation. Come on, Rumi. Come talk to us. And not Rumi and Sir, just Rumi. Come, Rumi. Let me read this one more time. Doing as others told me, I was blind. Coming when others called me, I was lost. Then I left everyone, including myself. Then I found everyone, including myself. In the face of a challenging decision, you may feel paralyzed and not know what to do. It may be fear that keeps you from finding your way, or stress may block your ability to seek higher guidance. You may doubt your own ability and question the wisdom of your restless mind. Rumi comes with a message for you to guard against others trying to influence you. By staying centered in your heart, you can align with the deeper essence. This can be a magic moment to take a step forward towards creating the life that is right for you. The heart seeks resolutions through love and opens the mystery of divine perceptions. Rumi comes with a message for you to guard your heart against... Rumi comes with a message for you to guard against others trying to influence you. By staying centered in your heart, you can align with your deeper essence. This can be a magical moment to take a step towards creating the life that is right for you. The heart seeks solutions through love and opens the mystery of divine perception. You learn to trust the wisdom that is already yours. If you turn to your rational mind, you will be relying on a source of limited vision. This is why God is, dear one, your deep instincts are often the right one. You can rise above your doubts and uncertainty by learning to trust your heart. It is wise not to become too attached to the outcome. Make a choice and stand by it. Taking a risk is a part of life and a part of the human condition. Accept the consequences and know you have the ability to face them. The important thing is not to betray your commitment to your own growth and your own sense of well-being. God damn, that was everything I just said. Like, God damn, that was everything I just said. Y'all, I'm out of here. I'm out of here. I am out of here, okay? Age number 2444. I'm out of here. I'm talented. I'm beautiful. I'm gifted. I'm loved. I'm out of here. Y'all, I'm going to be one of them ones. Just remember this day. Remember this day. At 2:18, Friday, September 16th, 2022, Amber declared that she's one of them ones. Y'all gonna know me. This world gonna know me before I leave this motherfucker. Because I am a seer. I am a real fucking healer. I am marked by God. I am chosen. I am special, but not special at the same time. I'm one of one. I'm the only one. I'm gonna have to listen to that. Don't even waste your time trying to compete with me. Okay, agent number 2525. I'm done. Y'all, that message literally said everything that I said before. If you're willing to turn away from everything that is no longer serving you and to walk courageously, boldly towards your goals, it'll automatically come. Your mantra for this week is, I am honoring and affirming my life by making a serious commitment to be the best person I can be. I would trust my heart to guide me in my decisions. I am honoring and affirming my life by making a serious commitment to be the best person I can be. I would trust my heart to guide me in my decisions. I am honoring and affirming my life by making a serious commitment to be the best person I can be. I would trust my heart to guide me in making my decisions. So I don't know what's on your heart. I don't know what sweet whispers God has been telling you about how amazing your life could be. But all I'm going to say is that you will never know until you know. You'll never know until you know. Every single time when I'm like really trying to make a decision, I find myself thinking about that image of when, like when it's like to stay or go, to let something go. And when I feel like God is asking me to let something go, I always think about that image of where God is asking this little girl to give him this little tiny bear. And behind his back is this big ass bear. And I always think about that. And that is how your life could be. You know how your life is. You know how your life been living. Your life can keep being like that, or it could be those amazing things that God has placed on your heart. And you can actually have it if you just detach to how it's going to happen. If you just choose to believe it's going to happen, you trust God, you listen to trust God. You trust yourself, you listen to your intuition, and you just follow it. I promise you it will happen. And I can tell you this and I can speak to you so firmly because this shit is happening in my life every single day, y'all. I went to a fucking healing circle. I went to a healing full moon circle and literally had the owner of a yoga studio say, here, do whatever you want. Pick whatever days you want to be. Teach however long you want to teach. Do whatever style you want. I trust you. I see you. I want to help you become who you want to be. And if it can happen for me, it can happen to you. All right, y'all. That's all the messages I have for you. If you made it to the end of this message, give me a thumbs up. If you made it to the end of this message, give me one thing. Write down in the comment box one thing that you're choosing to believe this week. And I'm going to touch and agree with you. All right, y'all. I hope you have a great week. I will see you next week, and we're going to get right back into it. Talk to you soon.